weekend is coming. We are live. Okay, posted internally. Tracked here. Okay, ठीक है, चलो, let's get started then for the 5th day of week 1. Okay. Okay, team, and today is the ending of week 1. Like you know, it's a Monday to Friday 3-week program, and today is the week 1 of that. We are ending with it, and then from Monday onwards, the next batch is going to start. Okay. Now, before getting on with the things, let me quickly share you the screen and showcase how we have progressed in this coming week. Okay. So guys, there are a few things which you need to understand about human brain and how we operate. You need to constantly keep recapping and applying the things, thinking about the same stuff again and again, so that it becomes a part of your life. Okay. So anything, so no matter what you're trying to do with your lives, if you listen to it only once and if you do it only once or twice, over a period of time, you will forget it. That's how it works. Okay. Somebody said, a very big author, he mentioned this thing, human brain or the knowledge that a human brain acquires. So it's like a bucket filled with water with a hole at the bottom. Okay, that means constantly, if you are not filling this bucket again and again, there is always leaking happening to your knowledge. What does that mean? You will keep forgetting things over a period of time. Okay, this is how our brain is. So if you're not constantly thinking about something and applying it and making it a part of your life, you will over a period of time just forget all that. And that is psychologically proven. This is how we all are made. So what does it mean? So you have to constantly keep repeatedly thinking about these all things that we are talking about, goals and all strategies. You have to keep repeating, think about it, apply that into your life. Repeat it so much that this becomes your way of living. Okay. So just keep this mind key. Knowing the things is only the step 1. And from there, the further journey begins, where you think, apply, put it into your life, repeat it so much that it becomes your behavior, and then your full life changes. Okay, that's how it works, and you have to accordingly adapt to that kind of results as well. Okay, fine. Now, what we have done as part of this week 1, it's just been like what, 4 days. Okay, so today is the 5th day of that. I'll quickly share the screen. All dekho guys, bookmark this link that we have on the screen right now. So this is the entire January career program. So it's all arranged in a reverse order. So the latest session is on the top, so which is like 5th Jan, what we covered yesterday, day 4. So that thing, like how to get massive results, primary goal. So yesterday we covered this topic. Day before yesterday it was secondary goal, and below that it was like setting up the resolution. So what you will realize is some of these things you will already be forgetting as well. Why? Because there is so much other things going on in your life, you will tend to forget about it. Okay, so let's just start with the bottom. Okay, so day 1 when we connected, we said we want full-on career success and full-on life success. That's what is the target. And how we are going to do it? We will become doing it like 2-step process, end-to-end goal system, time management, productivity, CEO morning routine, hardcore consistency, building up self-confidence, and multiple other habits of self-made millionaires. This is going to be the target of becoming like highly successful people. And then we said there will be topics on the corporate journey, foundation of IT, agile practices, how you should do day-to-day at work, and then coding related inputs, plus becoming a high performer at work. That is going to be the second part of this. Okay. Right now, the entire week 1 after this day, the back to 3 days which we have done, it all focuses upon how to make this year 2023 as a result oriented year, considering goal setting and goal achievement. So the past Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days, we completely focused on only this topic because this itself is the foundation and everything else you have to plug in as part of this. Okay. And further, we will be launching more things as well. So that was the highlight of the day one. And then we said we are going to primarily focus on three aspects: knowing the techniques, taking actions about it, and building a habit. So guys, don't be in a rush. It's not like immediately you finish it and done. Okay, absorb it, digest it, make it a part of your life, and slowly let the engine work by itself. Okay, gradually changes will come, but it will definitely come. So that's what I'm not trying to rush everything like de denge khatam, because I know results will not come like that. So let it consume one by one. So we discussed that. Next, we went on to newer resolutions where we focused for full on life success. You need to build relationship with time. 1 year will pass for everybody, but those who do more things in this 1 year and avoid time wastage, engage more closely with your time, daily basis, weekly basis, have more experiences, they will be able to get far faster results compared to those who are not able to do. So build relationship with time. More experiences you have to generate. Next, we said you have to put time, efforts, investment of money, or whatever required on self development. Okay, Warren Buffett said the biggest investment on anything is on yourself. Nothing but growing yourself is the only way forward, and that's how you will become a winner in life. Okay, so we said these are the two core foundations, and then we said 8 pillars in which you have to succeed: health, knowledge, family, spiritual, personal, financial, fun, and then giving back to the society. Okay. Now, as part of that, we even discussed, I gave you the Excel sheet link as well. And then we said by end of this week, nothing but we still have time today, tomorrow. If you have not defined some concrete goal for each of these guys, please do it over weekend. Don't take chances. Don't keep pushing things. So one action item is still open. Let me put it on notepad. Setting goals for each of the pillar. Please make sure that by weekend, okay, which is like 8th of Jan, we really finish this item. Okay, this is how it is. Next, we said your goals should be written in the form of smart manner. So I already shared an Excel sheet where this was available. Okay, so I'll re-give you the link. Just give me a second. If anybody not having it, so this is the reference Excel sheet. I'll paste the link again back here. So just export it, download it, keep it with you. Okay, and that's it. So across each of the segment, you need to set up one goal, convert it into SMART goal technique. If anybody not aware of it, go to Google, read something about SMART, and accordingly set it up here. So just consolidate all these things so that we don't lose track of it. Okay, fine. Copy link. Done. So this is an action item which we all need to do. Set the goal and you write it down in this kind of a Excel sheet which will be maintained by you. Okay, fine. That's the second thing that we discussed. And then moving on, yesterday, day before, on 4th January, we spoke about the secondary goal. The primary things for the secondary goal is you need to choose 2 secondary goals to be targeted as part of this first 3 months of 2023. There will be 2 secondary goals, 1 primary goal. Okay, so primary goal is what you are actively thinking. Secondary goal is build a system by which it runs without much efforts. And what we said of for system is block your time in terms of daily, weekly, bi-monthly, depending upon whatever that is. Daily, let's say half an hour, or weekly, let's say 3 hours, or whatever. Your choice, it's your life. Okay, so you need to build a system, and when that time comes, let the alarm ring. And we did a Google Calendar setup also. So when these two trigger happens, immediately act, and you will be able to start getting results out of it. Okay, so this is what we said about secondary. So guys, now you do analysis. We spoke about this on maybe Wednesday. After that, if you have set up an alarm, let's say Thursday happened, today is Friday, and did you really act on it or did you not act on it? Did you block some calendar? Were you working on that or not? Guys, this is the difference between success and not achieving success. Those who will further follow up on the actions, they will be getting results. Those who not, they will not get it. Okay, so you have to know your own truth. Okay, what is going to happen with your life? And that's what it is. Those who really put in the efforts and work, they will get rewarded. Okay, and guys, in the end, all the benefit is going to go to you and your family itself. So please do it for yourself. Okay, not for anybody. So fine, this is what we discuss as part of the secondary goal part. And then moving on forward, yesterday was a major topic. A lot of things we discussed. So how to do the planning? Okay, we just came up with the right questions. Uh, First, important, become a problem solver. Second, all these are the questions that you need to ask. Okay, and guys, I've just shared it all open publicly on this link. So make a reference of this and just start following that into your life. Okay, don't make it a one-off thing habit. So skills, obstacles, and reach out to the people for help. Write down all the ideas on how you can accomplish it. Next, write it on paper. It's important, not just in mind, but on paper or soft copy, anywhere. Write it down, keep it out of your mind. Next, arrange it in priority, align it in sequence, and estimate it. Okay, this is how it is. And then second, a simple system: set goal, plan, take actions, review. If there is improvement required, again, plan that improvement, take actions, let the engine run, be patient, and do it long enough till the time you achieve your goal. This is how you do it. Okay, doesn't matter how much time it is taking, but stick with your goal, stick with your planning, and keep improving in yourself. Eventually you will get it. This is how it works, and you will all get it. That's how it is. Okay, fine. And the last thing we said, wrap up your day in planning and review, wrap up your week in planning and review, wrap up your month, your quarter, your year, and maybe to a level of decade. Okay, so you guys have might be all in your 20s right now, so decade tak to abhi tak pahunchi nahi hai gaadi. But I think along with time, everybody of us will get that maturity. Once you start running in your 40s and 50s, tab jaake aayega nahi yaar 10 saal ka planning karte hain. But it will get time to reach to that maturity. Okay, but yes, right now, days, weeks, months, years tak to kar sakte ho. You can do very effective plan. Fine, this is what we did as part of so far with the program. Okay, we took some parallel actions also. Now there are two action items on you. First is just one, basically post this link with you for each of the pillar, set it up. Okay, this is what it is. Now going forward, what is going to happen for week 2 and week 3? Okay, today we will be discussing about yes, Q&As. So all the questions which you would have asked, let's say yesterday session, we will be walking through that. And then what is the further plan of week 2, week 3? Okay, and next, how you can get maximum benefit out of this program. Okay, now dekho guys, we have been doing this since past. Now this is season CT 124, nothing but past 24 months. Okay, more than 24 months. Maybe we might have missed a few months in between, but every program runs for 1 month roughly. Okay, so in 1 month we launch only one program, so the counter is 24. So we have done 2 years. Okay, since past 2 years we are running this program, and I have realized what are the best practices and the right ways by which you can get more value out of this program, versus I've seen people coming, following up for certain time and then dropping and not really getting that much of value as well. Okay, so I will be sharing today how you can best engage with this and what is going to be the further value coming out. And guys, I literally promise you, if you are dedicated and you keep taking all the actions that we are doing, this program is going to single-handedly change your complete life around. What you were earlier versus what you will become in future will be far different, and this, along with together this group, you will go to that transition phase, and it will change completely your next 50 years of your life. Okay, and that's what we don't want to belong like average crowd. We want to be best at what we do, belong in the top 20% people of the world at whatever jobs we do, and that's what is the target here. and we are going to change the mindset, behavior, actions, belief system, everything to become that person. So that is going to take some best way of engaging with our program. Okay, so today we will speak about these two things. Okay, and like we said, 3 steps. Knowing the technique is one, then taking actions. We already started with these two. Now building it a habit. So be patient and let's continue together with it. Okay, fine. Before getting on with these explanations, what the further is week 2 week program will be and how you can get maximum benefit. Let's go through the Q&As first. Okay, so all the guys who have already asked question yesterday. Okay, so I'm going through the attendance sheet. Okay, just one by one. Give a second. And it's Friday coming, so dhoom machalo. Okay, so it is 5th yesterday we completed. Okay. Okay, chalo, let's then get started. Okay, so I'll not take the names of the people. Okay, maybe for if they don't want it to be revealed, so I'll just keep it internal. Okay, so fine. So one by one going through it. Yeah, the first one says, okay, thank you for sharing the knowledge. Okay, appreciated. So yeah, I'm trying to give my best to you guys so that it can benefit you. Next, learned for good planning knowledge. Good. Next says good night. Fine. Next, amazing session. Fine. Okay. Next, there is a question. Now, currently I am in a pool in the organization. So the name of the company is mentioned. So I'm employee in a pool. In future, if I will be selected for any company, can I abscond from the current company without serving the notice period? And will there be any consequences? Okay, there are a few things you just have to make sure. If you are absconding, you will not have the relieving letter, and that means you cannot really show experience of this current company in that new company, because without relieving letter, the new company will really have concerns by how have you exited. So maybe this experience you cannot show. That is one. Okay. So yes, you can abscond it, but make sure you're returning the property of the company. Like if you have laptops and all, don't hold that with you. Even if you have absconded, talk to the HR, go and submit those laptops and any company property that you hold. Okay. Second, yes, you cannot use that experience anywhere in your next new company, because that will have further problems. Third thing is, even if let's say PF deductions are happening right now with this current company, to some extent, I think it might not have, you can just say open a new PF account. Okay. So maybe just try with that. I don't think that will get into any problems, but yes, you can abscond if you're on bench. But firstly, I would say try to get into a project within the same company rather than looking for something else. But if it is not happening, yes, you can abscond as well. Okay, without serving notice, but consequences, this experience you cannot consider with you. Okay, fine. Next. First, guys, we are taking the questions. So there are people talking in chat. So I'm not, firstly, I'm focusing on this sheet. Okay, next. How to estimate the work exactly? Okay, this is a question. How do you estimate a work? Now, guys, work estimation is a skill which will develop with time. Okay. Now, how do I estimate? And I have been doing estimations since like long time, not only for my work, but for my team's work also, right? We have to always see how much work can be finished in how much time. There go few things of estimation, the basic things. Okay. First, you need to have full clarity of what needs to be done. Without that clarity, no matter what time you say, it is all questionable. Okay. So if you want estimation, few things. First, be clear what you want. Second, you need to even think high level how you are going to implement it. The implementation approach should also be clear at high level at least. Why? Because if the approach is also clear, then considering this, what needs to be done, and the high level tech approach, then you need to break it down into smaller actions. Okay. So you will be able to precisely estimate if you break down your bigger task into smaller pieces. Guys, without breaking down, it will always be a guesswork. Okay? So if you want to be really precise in your estimation, get clarity, think about high level approach. Third step is break down your work into smaller chunks, because it will become easy to estimate smaller chunk. Okay? And then once you know smaller fragments, it could be a number of fragments. This happened with me. I was just having like 4 years of experience, and I was in a discussion, and my CEO, okay, there was a big team, and I joined a startup, right? So my CEO, we used to have like open table discussions. My CEO gave me a marker, said, "Ke Tausif, stand on the board and say for this project how much time it is going to take." And yeah, that was tricky. I was not knowing abhi kya bolu, hawa mein kya baat kare, right? So he just gave me a marker, and I was like, I don't know what to say, what to estimate. And he was not even looking at me. He's like, I'm just waiting for answer. Okay, how much time it will take. So on the spot, then that is where the brain worked differently, because it was under pressure. I need to give estimation. Immediately, this is what I applied, and it really worked very well. The main task, you break down into smaller items. And then it becomes very practical to estimate smaller pieces. So you need to always know for bigger task how many small, estimate the smaller, and then sum it up, add a few buffer there, maybe of like maybe 0.5 buffer for 30% of the buffer on your planning. And with that package, consider dev time plus testing time, and then together bundle it up and then give the overall estimates. Okay. And every time you do estimate, if you are not doing it properly, so learn from that. And the more you make decisions, so I would suggest for everybody, next time onwards, whatever you develop, do estimation of that, not for others but for yourself, and keep doing it repeatedly, cycle by cycle. In a matter of few months, you will get very precise with your estimation. Okay. So I went to a state key, not only my, I was able to estimate key. Okay, if let's say Dhanraj is in my team, I will be very practically knowing this task Dhanraj will do in how much time. Nothing but that maturity you get automatically. So because you know how the people do, what can they do, and very practically you will be able to do it. Okay, this is all. Be clear, know the high level approach, break down your entire action item into smaller pieces, estimate those smaller pieces, consider dev time plus QA time, and then add some buffer, and then package that total time and then give it. Okay. And you have to first talk in terms of man hours. Estimation means man hours, one person how much time he is going to take. And if there are two people working, automatically time comes short. So one person might take 5 days, but if two people are working parallelly on it, it might become a 3 days task. So while giving confirmation to business, you need to consider the number of resources who will work as well. So first try to get the man hour estimate, and then based upon how many people will be working, you can give the business delivery estimate. So it has to work like that. Okay. Fine, but calculate always man hours, so resources, number of people can come later. Okay, fine, that's how you do estimates. Next, okay, somebody says eagerly waiting for the morning routine to continue. So yes, guys, that is the next stage of this program. We are going to the one of the aim of this full program is to become highly productive and successful in life, which means we started with goals and some thought process, but our plan is to completely dominate our 24 hours to mastery, full 24 hours from morning till evening. So for that, the way CEOs and highly successful people start their days, that kind of a morning routine, we are going to do it from next Tuesday onwards. So next week, Tuesday, we will connect at morning 6 a.m. as well. Morning 6 to 7 a.m. That will be a morning routine section. And then evening batches will also continue. So guys, it is firstly optional. Okay. But I personally feel that's the secret of success. If you wake up in the morning and perform the routines which highly successful people do, that's how you'll be getting benefited. But even if you don't join that, I'll share you the techniques. But yeah, 9 p.m. sessions will continue. Okay. But all those who are interested to even change your lifestyle further and dominate your 24 hours, I would highly recommend you all to join as part of morning 6 a.m. also. Okay. So next week onwards, double sessions will be starting, morning plus evening. Okay. Different topics and both the sessions. Fine. So next week, Tuesday onwards, 10th of Jan, we will start that. I'll announce it on that day. Okay. Okay. Fine. Next. Okay, somebody says, Happy New Year. And my question is how to plan and be financially free. Okay, investment and planning for future. So, okay, very valid question. And I think all the working people in your beginning 2 3 years itself, you need to start thinking about this thing. Okay, I made this mistake for a very long time because we don't get the right guidance and inputs, and that's where I struggled with it for a very long time, not just for 2 3 years but for a long time. Okay, देखो, how my suggestion here will be, whatever there has to be always one primary income, which is the job that you do. So job that you do, you get the salary, that is the source of input of money to you. Okay, now this incoming source has to be really saved into multiple pockets or slots. You have to break down this primary income. Okay, one income, and now you define based upon your family money needs and other stuff. But whatever income you are getting, you need to reserve a section of that for reinvestment. Okay, and this reinvestment should be maybe, I think, based upon no matter what smaller amounts you get, the best place could be, yes, with risk, but stock market is the place. Okay, SIP, systematic investment plans, or mutual funds, it gives a 12% returns, 15%, 16%, 18%. This is average returns we are talking about. Okay, and if you keep it in your saving account, zero value. You put it into fixed deposit, it gives 6 to 8%. Inflation is the same, no results at all. Okay, so if you really want some value out of it, it comes with certain risk, but it is not that big risky. If you study mutual funds of past 5 years, it's not big damage. Okay, so search for the mutual funds. It's a group of all together. You can invest in that, or systematic SIPs, like monthly some deductions will be there. I would recommend कि थोड़ा सा amount, 10% of your salary, cut it and put into these stocks in the form of these two things. If you find a big deal in stock market, if you have some friends who can help you with that, it comes with risk. Always know that. Okay, your money can just go to zero. Okay, but it is still safer bet if you do it on a clubbed entity like mutual funds or systematic investment plans. So that will always be better. But I would say from your primary income, take a portion, invest it here, and let it multiply with time. Okay, it will happen. It will automatically grow. 12%, 15% interest are pretty decent interest. Now, what will happen is these amounts will start multiplying, plus your primary income is also multiplying. Accordingly, you can invest more in these pockets. And as you start investing in these areas, parallelly, maybe you can go to some gold. So that is going to, because gold, everything is time thing. So 4 years ago, gold was running at was 28,000 per 10 gram. Then it jumped to like 50. Okay, that was a big leap. If you apply, purchase a gold at the right time, these lips will come. So you have to study the past pattern. Okay, so all these things you go through, and once you start accumulating more of this, okay, somehow you have to get into real estate. Okay, that's where the ultimate money will be. So pair up with friends, try to accumulate 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs. Then maybe with the syndicate, nothing but group of members, try to purchase a plot or an apartment on rent of maybe 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs. And by that way, that will start giving you revenue bigger. So recently I invested somewhere like 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs. Now I'm getting a 15 lakh on that. Okay, so it will happen with time. So once you start accumulating more money, start looking for these kind of real estate opportunities. And then along with your primary working, if you do this, it really benefits pretty nicely. Okay, so yeah, this is what I would suggest. Start small, but over a period of time, don't waste the money. Along with this, okay, along with this, guys, you have to reserve some money for your own personal growth. Okay, I have reserved a pocket of my financial income into my learning. Okay, that's where I've taken Audible subscription, LinkedIn learning subscription, or any more courses on Udemy, this, that. So I have actively reserved money so that I invest on my own learning. Because the brain works very differently. If things are free, everything is free on internet. YouTube पे सब मिल जाएगा, net पे सब मिल जाएगा. But in a consolidated manner, if you want something, and when you pay for that, your dedication to learn automatically grows. And amount is nothing. 500,000, 2,000. Compared to that, what knowledge you get is going to be far greater, which will reward you like in lakhs in your life. So this middle class mentality needs to be evolved actually. Okay. So I struggled a lot for breaking it, but many people still have that gap. Thoda break karna pade. The amount that you invest in your own learning will reward you in like 1,000 times more than what you're investing. That's what it is, a simple deal. So thoda sa think about that, invest on yourself. It will be really a big stuff. Fine. This is how things go through. Okay. Fine. Somebody says right now, no questions. Happy. Next, how to improve in corporate communication skills, soft skills, and any book for improving these skills. Okay. Firstly, next week we are going to talk about the communication related inputs. So there itself we will be speaking about all of these things. Okay. So join in the next week. We'll talk about communication, your corporate related, and everything there. Okay. So next week will be that. Next, somebody says, great session. Okay, felt value out of it. I would like to apply every single thing from today's session in a day-to-day life. Okay, very happy to know that. And keep applying, guys. Without actions, changes will not be coming. So keep applying. Okay. And yes, there are somebody else like thanks a lot and great session. So yeah, I'm happy to share all my knowledge. And these were the questions of yesterday. These were the questions of yesterday. Okay. Fine. There are further questions on the day before previously, so we will not touch into that part. For now, we'll just stick to yesterday's question because that's what we said. Okay. Okay, team. So next, moving on. What's the further plan and how you can get more benefits out of this? Okay. Again, I'm sharing the screen. Okay, guys. Okay, देखो. Just again come back here. The target of this program, what we are trying to achieve is full career success plus life success. That's it. Okay. And not just theory, we want to practically change ourselves. We as a human being, the way we think, act, believe, everything needs a rework. We need to upgrade in who we are. So these should not be just techniques and words, it should be practical change into our life. And one important aspect of that is mastering 24 hours. So this is really interesting. Okay. Did you ever think about it this way? All throughout your life, till the time you die, there will always be 24 hours. That's it. It's never going to change. The sun will rise, the sun will set, the time will always tick, and it will always be 24 hours a day given to each one of us till the time you die. Now, that is the easy part of life. If you really understand this, all you need to do is you have to make it a personal mission to master these 24 hours. Because this is the static thing which will remain for your entire existence. It's never going to change. The technology might change, the world might change, the people in your life might change, but your 24 hours are your 24 hours till the time you die. That means it's worth learning. How do you master these 24 hours? And once you do it, you will be able to enjoy the benefits of it forever. That's how it is. And that's how simple success is. Okay. Now people don't know how to master it. They waste a lot of time. They have acquired a lot of negative things out of this life. They waste a lot of time. They are getting lazy. They are acquiring bad habits which are going to spoil their futures like anything. A distraction, frustration, anger, irritation, laziness, self-doubts. Sabko nikalna padega. We have to clean up all that. So first target is we all have 24 hours. And we need to put efforts on mastering this. It is a one-time thing. You do it once, you will be able to enjoy your life for next 70 years till the time you die. Okay. Now comes how do you master? So your entire day breaks down into morning routine, time before you go to office. Okay. So morning, from the time you wake up till the time you go to office, then it is your office. Then it is evening time when your office ends and till the time you sleep. So if you really break down your 24 hours, it is this socket from the time you wake up till the time you start working, and from the time you end your working till the time you sleep. So these are the 4 sockets: morning time, office time, evening time, and sleep time. Now you need to make sure that mastering 24-hour means you need to master all of this. That's the only perfect way of living a life. If anywhere you're bad performing, improve in that. That's how it is. And you have next 70 years to master this. But the sooner you do, the better results you'll get. Simple. First, sleep has to be better. Sleep is the foundation of life. It is going to make you ready for next day. It does a lot of internal working on you. So sleep is crucial. Okay? Daily having 7 hours of sleep is required considering the mental work that we all go through. So 7 hours of sleep to mandatory lena hai. And then one by one start focusing how to live effectively in all of these slots. Okay. Right now with the program we have started into 9 to 10 p.m. is belonging here. Daily you are learning something, so we are getting some value out of it, which could have been gone on social media, movies, time pass. But now you made a decision to learn something, so evening mein thoda value aane lag. But now automatically question comes, how is your sleep? Once you close this program at 10 p.m., what do you do after that? By when do you really go to sleep? And when do you wake up? Because these two are very essential things. Okay, because that is going to give you power of how your office results are going to be. So if you start your day lazily, so let's say after this you still watch a web series or movie or anything, eat dinner late and then go to sleep, and maybe once, two, and when you wake up in the morning, the mind is still tired, you are getting late for office. Now that kind of life is not going to end up in success. There will be worries there will be pain there will be frustration, are aaj bhi office hai and all. Things are not organized. So next immediate habit is, when are you actually going to sleep? And then when are you trying to wake up in the morning? Next, what do you do after you wake up in the morning till the time you go to office? Now one by one every section has to be mastered, and this is what is going to be the focus, one of the primary focus of the next week. Okay, it might be tough, but it is worth doing. One time hai, and it is required. Okay, yes, I am saying it is tough, it is hard, but it is worth doing because you will be able to enjoy the results all throughout your life. Okay, now what are we going to do? Like we will do it together and not just talking, we will do it practically. So from next Tuesday onwards, it's all free guys, so don't worry about it. There is no money involved, your dedication is required. Okay, so from Tuesday onwards, so 10. Okay, first of all, week 2 is going to start Monday evening 9 p.m. We will meet again. But from Tuesday onwards, we will be starting, okay, morning 6 to 7 a.m. and evening 9 to 10 p.m. Okay, different things will happen here, different things will happen here. So if you are attending only evening session, you will get the full value out of the program. Okay, so don't worry about it. You will get the full value. But if you join this plus this, your 24 hours will start correcting itself. And not just listening wise and theory wise, practically these things will start adjusting it. Okay, so from next week, we will launch this. Join as part of that. If you really want to succeed, guys, this is a mandatory stuff to do. Okay, you might have whatever reasons or stuff for that, but if you can make this thing possible, I would highly say do it. Okay, and I will be doing it. I'll share the Zoom link in the morning. We'll log in every day and we'll do it again Monday to Friday morning 6 to 7. Now what will happen? And once we start acquiring this, we will be performing the CEO morning routine. Okay, all the techniques followed by the highly successful CEOs, which they do every single day. And this morning routine makes your brain in a manner to focus hugely and get maximum results in your office. Okay, us pe focus करें. So fine. So as the week 2 starts, primary focus is going to come on becoming morning routine, and that is one aspect, and slowly we will try to master all of these sections of the day. Okay, now, so that means one is morning routine. Okay, and then 24 hours mastery. We'll try to do these two areas. Next, we are going to focus on high performance and productivity. Okay, nothing but what others can do it in 3 days, can you finish it in like 2 days or 1.5 days? That's what is high performance. You have to be faster and better than rest of the people. That is going to give you results in life, more opportunities, more promotions if you are better than others. And how can you get better? Yes, learning and all, and plus these things. So we are going to discuss about how do you become high performance at work, and then how do you upgrade your productivity. You will realize with these two skills you will be able to perform far better in your office work plus your overall life, because you will not waste time, you will get results. And that's what is the game changer. Okay, so fine, so morning routine ho jayega, mastery, high performance, productivity, these are all things again for non-IT people also required. And next we will be launching communication, and we will cover it from the perspective of corporate communication, meetings, emails, and some inputs of that. We will share the techniques for this. I'll tell you what you need to apply in order to get it through. And yes, maybe you guys can then accordingly get started performing those actions which will help you with your communication. Okay, and we have been doing it, and there are many people who have found a lot of benefit by practicing the communication techniques which we have been discussing. For they did it for like 3 months, 6 months, and the confidence level just changed. So taking actions are going to change, and if you do it, you will definitely find improvement. Okay, fine. So first focus of next week is going to bring here. Okay, and in the next week itself, we are going to take the IT related topics. Okay, end-to-end working, agile, we will take end-to-end your responsibility in project. Okay, your responsibility in project, agile related, the best practices at working. Okay, next some insights of coding we will be touching. Okay, plus how your basic branching and stuff like that. We will be taking up some practical project use cases, and checking on that part. So yes, we are going to launch this. So this will continue, start in the week 2, and then it will continue till the end of the program. So all IT related topics will continue till the end of week 3. And this is how our next 2 weeks are going to be arranged. Okay, now comes how you can get maximum benefit out of this. Okay, and yes, all the existing people also, I was really thinking about it, how do we make this as the most impactful? And there is a certain manner in which you have to operate on this program. So there is first, if you want full on success in your life, this mastery is a must. That is every aspect of your life. Okay, but for getting to this morning routines mastery and all that, your mind should unblock your thinking, your belief system, and that is what we do as part of the evening program. So yes, we started with goals, but as we go on for the next week, we are going to do mind opening things. Okay, in terms of our thought process, our belief system, some techniques of that. And daily by daily, if you're just listening to the conversation that we are doing here, you will automatically feel that you can accomplish far more into your life. A belief system will start activating, because we talk about power, we talk about doing things, we talk about taking responsibility of your life. We don't give up on life circumstances. So when we say problem solver, looking at the challenge and nailing it down, so that kind of conversations when runs in your mind daily, you feel ke kuch kar sakte life. And you will realize once we do these things even more, so evening is the foundation. Without evening, if you directly jump to the morning, mind may still blockages will be there. Okay, but the main thing is start with the evening. This is always the starting point. Okay, start with evening program, which you have started. Okay, and now whatever we discussed even as part of the week 1, the goals related, the planning related, we are going to perform and execute it together week on week as part of the morning program. Okay, nothing but practical actions. Okay, so along with morning routine, what is that routine going to be? It even includes goal targeting, daily planning, That is where I'm saying we are not going to launch just techniques. Every single day when you wake up in the morning 6 to 7, we will be together performing these activities. We have been doing it since like many months now. Okay. So morning every Monday we do the weekly planning. But this time we are going to even convert it into monthly plannings, quarterly plannings, because we are targeting it like that. Okay. We already discussed in like 2 days before all the three goals that you need to target for the first quarter. We are going to check our progress on top of that. Results will be far higher when you do the things like that. Okay. So that's what it's a result oriented 2023. So whatever we learned in the week one, those things practically we will be doing it in the morning batches right in. Okay. So my recommendation for you is first do back to back 2 months of evening program. I'm just saying how you can get maximum value and not doing it like this, say, come value milling. That's how it is. Okay. So do 2 months of evening program back to back. 2 months evening program back to back. So let's say Jan and Feb. Okay. And yes, in the Jan itself, we will start with the morning routine. Try to join as part of that. You might miss a few days here and there. It is fine. But yes, when February also you come, you again try to be more good in your morning routines because lifestyle changes will happen. So 2 months is the initial trial period when don't miss any session during night. Learn all this mind opening related stuff and everything, and then start pushing yourself to join for the morning batches. And as the 2 months go, you will realize you will start being more consistent with morning. Next, from the third month onwards, guys, I want to be with you till the time your life changes. Okay. But it needs your commitment. If you just come learn for 1 month, the techniques will be there. You might do it for some time, but after that, you will roll back to the old life. This is how it works. And that's the reason there are so many courses available on internet, so much of knowledge available there. People are not changing. No, people are not changing. So you have to do things differently. And that's what, because it takes time to upgrade and change our lifestyle. That is where we are strategically planning it. 2 months back to back evening. Try doing the mornings. It might be a lot of on and off here, but slowly and steadily, by the end of 2 months, you should really be more consistent with the morning routines. And from third month onwards, nothing but if you talk from today, so in the month of March, this is my personal suggestion to you. Stop joining the 9 p.m. sessions. All those guys, I think you have been doing the 9 p.m. since very long now. Okay, there are like six months people who are doing the evening 9 p.m. I would say third month onwards, stop evening program. I will continue doing it with the new batch people, but you stop the evening program and make sure that morning routine you're following it with full discipline. Morning routine made no stopping, and continue this morning routine for next 3 months. Nothing but if you can engage, guys, 6 months, I just feel it could be a kind of a university course of 6 months where you just completely change. You might have done your BTechs and all for 4 years. If you do this kind of a transition for 6 months, you will be getting a reward for your next 50 years of your life. And then why I'm asking you to stop in the evening, because you can use this 9 to 10 time to wind up your dinners, to do your closing activity, and try to sleep early. Okay, try to sleep early, maybe around 10 try to go to sleep, or 10:30 try to go to sleep. And then what will happen? Let's say if you try to go to sleep at 10:30, if you don't do this evening program in the third month, wind up all your day, go to sleep at 10:30, and in the morning you're waking up at 6. Okay, this is 7.5 hours. You'll still get the proper sleep which you need. You will be able to close your evening things properly, plus your morning routine will also start correcting, and this is how successful people live their life. Okay, majority of them wake up in the morning, engage nicely. So I feel this is how you will get maximum benefit out of this program. First 2 months, join evening without any breaks. Then we will start launching the morning batches every month. Okay, as part of that, try doing morning. If you're missing a few days here and there, it is okay because you're trying to adapt to a new lifestyle, but gradually it will start forming into a habit. And then as you get into third month, you need to make a commitment. Okay, evening batch I don't want to do, I'll full on focus on the morning batch because techniques you already know. And then you should try that 100%. 24 hours should be fixed. So it's more about execution, not about knowing. Okay, more about execution. We will daily connect in the morning and then we will run this thing. And then once you join it, repeat it for 3 months without breaks. We will do it Monday to Friday forever. Right now I don't have any cap. Let's focus on 2023 to be the best year. Let's focus that next 6 months you become different. And guys, as part of this, you will end up achieving all your goals, knowledge and all. And I'll share a lot of other techniques, guys. Like there is a lot of things to be given. Okay, so I'll add all that. But I think if you live a life like this for 6 months without any slacking, there is okay 2 months of buffer for you to adapt. But once you kickstart from this 2 months onwards forward, you will realize full life is going to change. And guys, I have not seen any program doing it, and that's where I feel it is required for everybody to go through this kind of transition. And I know that if I just keep giving you the techniques, 80% people, no effect will happen, and that's not worth even doing. So if there is not going to be any end result, so what's the use of all these things? So do it practically, life will change. Okay, okay, fine. This is what it is. Now there are, so make a decision, guys. Okay, you think about it, whatever you find more value, accordingly you can go through. Now let's say if you have any questions, write it down in chat, everybody. Okay, okay, there are already some questions here. Ek ek karke I'll start responding. Okay, somebody says, Simra says, today is my first class, can I continue? And that person has seen the YouTube videos. So yes, you can continue. Okay, right? Don't, that's what, it's a everyday thing. It happens fully free. So yes, join in, let it roll. Whatever you are able to catch up. There are existing all videos available. So don't wait for next month. The best time to do, okay, this is a very nice quote. The best time to do anything was yesterday. The second best time is today. So that's it. So there is like good things, you always has to do it in the past itself, but otherwise yes, you can today do it. Now anybody who is new to the team and maybe not in any of our groups, I would say join this WhatsApp groups that we have. There we keep posting all the link details and every of the details. So I'm pasting the link in our Zoom chat as well. Okay, so this is okay. Mayur is there. He's saying today is my first day, can you share some notes? Okay, a second. So yeah, this is the WhatsApp group. Join this WhatsApp group. Okay, here we keep posting everything. Second, all the sessions which we have conducted till now are available on this LinkedIn blog. So I'm pasting the LinkedIn blog also. LinkedIn blog. So go through this, and in the LinkedIn blog there is a YouTube reference of all the videos that we have done. So even like, yeah, go through those videos. Okay, weekend aa raha hai, better 4 ghanta maar lo, you will start finding the benefit. Okay, next. Okay, now there is someone who asked this question. Okay, I am an experienced Java developer. Okay, is it better to switch to DevOps or else continue with developer? Which career is better? Okay, dekho guys, I am having a 40-member team right now, and there are many developers. There are only 2 DevOps engineers. Okay, so you can automatically imagine the amount of ratio developer versus DevOps. It's different. Okay, and since past 7 years I have done many projects, and as part of that, for a very long time without DevOps, we were able to, the developers itself were able to manage the infrastructure and everything. For a very long time I was creating entire infrastructure for Azure and stuff like that. Okay, so as a developer, developers can learn and work on infra. So particularly saying switching from development role to a DevOps role, I would not recommend that, because market cut down ho raha unnecessary. Rather, I would say have Java skills and plus on top of that, acquire AWS skills. If you become a combination of these two, you will be more valued in terms of getting job and even getting a good decent pay as well. Okay? But just switching to a DevOps, you're just trying to narrow down yourself and it's not really required. Okay. So I would say continue with acquire AWS skills. That will give you value, but don't switch the role to become a full 100% DevOps engineer. Okay, that really becomes a different game altogether. Okay, fine. Next, somebody says, can you share the spreadsheet where we have that thing? Yeah, I'll share that link as well. Take a second. So guys, this reference sheet, copy link, pasting the reference sheet again here. Okay, reference, set up all your goals here, everybody. Fine, reference also pasted. Next, next. So answer this question, answer this question. This spreadsheet done. LinkedIn notes, yes, I pasted the link again. Next. Okay, another question. Whenever I was trying to explain in board in charge office stop me because some student not listen, class stopping, then how do I solve this kind of problem? Okay, just trying to understand. Whenever I'm trying to explain on board, okay, in charge office stop me because some students not listening class, stopping then some. Okay, fine. So I think somebody is like maybe a tutor or something like that. So whenever he's going to the board for writing, explaining something, so students are distracted, so they are actually asking you to stop. They go. This comes as part of your engagement skills. Okay, like, and which is a subset of your presentation and communication and reaching out to people, talking from your heart, building emotions, connecting with your audience. Everything works in a shot. Okay, so when you are giving session, like in Amirpet, I used to take sessions like where 600 people, 1,000 people in a big classroom live going there. So point is, you need to really connect with every single person who's sitting there. Okay, and that means you need to work on your communication skills. And when you're writing on the board, you have to use your words in a certain manner where people still feel interested. Your quality of voice, your focus, and your dedication towards teaching somebody has to be really top notch. When that happens, then only that vibe will be there between the tutor and the listener. Okay, and when these two things connect, automatically people will be more interested. There could be another simpler way: engage people. So when you're writing something, you can just point out to a person and ask some question, and that guy says something. So the more you talk with the people, so that is another way by which you can engage more. Okay, but yes, if people are disconnected, it will always have problems in your presentation part, so don't let that happen. Okay, fine. And even while you're teaching, if people are talking, take a pause, ask them to shut and focus properly. This is how it works. Okay. Okay, somebody asks a question: how to understand others? Okay, before that, let me share you the attendance link for today, because this is important. Everybody mark the attendance. I guess some of the guys did not close it. For getting into the week 3, your attendance is the tool by which we will get in. Okay, so let me paste this link. Okay, code for today is 2222. Okay, everybody, chalo, mark your attendance. We'll take some more questions. There are a few more there in the list as well. Okay. Okay, by the time you guys are marking the attendance, there is another question here. Are we in recession? Should we worry about our jobs? Okay. Okay, there are things happening. Okay. The global market is affected, the recession is there, the market is affected. That's the truth. Okay. Second, lot of companies have stopped the hiring process. That's it, it's happening. Okay. A lot of companies, they have halted their hiring, and right now they don't know till when, for how many months it is going to happen. Okay. Plus at the same time, yes, there are companies where they are tightening up their budget. So they are saying, hey, we don't want to invest more than this much on this project, and accordingly only these many people we want in the teams. Maybe a few of them are being laid off as well. That's happening. Okay. It's all happening. But you need to understand, IT industry is there, the projects are there, the projects will continue running. Maybe they will trim down the strength. Okay. It has always been a risk. Okay. Now the first thing, yes, recession is there. Yes, layoffs might happen at certain areas, and that is where I think recently this government has launched another rule, right? If you are 100 plus company, you cannot lay off people just like that. There has to be approval process with the government, at least as part of Indian law. That is ineffective, so mass layoffs cannot happen. Okay. However, you need to know ki, yes, jobs at times could get risky, but not for every project. Okay. Maybe they will not hire people from outside, but the current jobs which are going, for majority of the projects, they will have their jobs. Okay. For majority of the projects, they will not further try to trim down. If anything, maybe 5% something here and there might happen, but otherwise projects will run, because nothing, the industry is not shutting down, the business will operate, people are required. So if new hiring is stopping, that doesn't mean internally kuch problem hoga. 5% something might happen, but otherwise projects will continue, jobs will be safe. Okay. But the problem is ki, if you are a bad performer, there is always risk for bad performer, right? Why would they go? And these are the times when recession and all comes. Those who are bad performer and baggage on the system, they are the first ones to be targeted. Okay. They are the first ones. In my some of my friends' companies and their projects, firing happened, and the low performers were the people to be removed. And that's how the nature of life is. If you're not good, you become burden on the system, you will be removed. And that's what is the truth. I have fired many people in my 12 years of experience because they were becoming burden to the system. You might not like it, you might like it, whatever, but that's the truth. Okay. You have to be valuable to the system. With your existence, the project should become better, the life of the people should become better. If that is not happening, you will become burden to the system, and then there will be consequences. Okay. So first, try to be good. If you're not, so in whichever projects you are, try to take more ownership, learn more, contribute more, become a good team player, start working on those parts, so that you don't belong in this 5% crowd if they are cleaning up anything. Okay. Next, from market, the hiring might be impacted. Okay. So be very careful, even if you're trying to switch a job right now, because I have seen cases where people were switching jobs, they got offer from other companies, but just last moment those companies says no, we are not hiring. Okay. So these kind of things are happening in the market because people are uncertain what can happen, what not. So if you're switching it, okay, check it very properly with that HR team. Okay, bhai, will there be layoffs? Because the people who come new, maybe they will be first targeted. So have a proper conversation with the HRs. Try to go via the referral route inside. Okay, because those things will always be more. So have that conversation. Be open. Okay, bhai, what about the layoff status in your company? How is it happening? Is my job at risk if I'm really taking this offer? If there is anything, tell me so that I can make a wise decision right now. Have that conversation with the HR team in the beginning itself. Okay. And if you feel any doubts, so better not to take that offer. Look for something else. Okay. Fine. Are there chances hiring starts in March? We don't know. Okay, nobody knows. It completely depends upon the market. But one thing is, okay, dekho, don't wait for things. There will be projects. There will be always openings required. There will be openings. There are projects. Okay. Yes, crowd is more in the market. Getting to that position will be tough, but don't wait for a few months. Catch hold of HRs on LinkedIn. Anybody who is doing job openings, you have to do job hunt very effectively in this time. Anybody who is posting any openings on LinkedIn, websites and all, Start following up with them, reach out to the companies, talk to their employees on LinkedIn, talk to their HRs, keep applying them, keep following up with them. Check if in your friend circle or any relationship network, if there are anybody working in the IT industry, check with them for referrals. Can somebody refer you? And keep upgrading your knowledge constantly. So don't wait the market will improve, because you don't know when it is going to improve. So you have to constantly take actions, work on your skills, keep applying, keep following up with LinkedIn, follow up via emails, calls multiple times, check for referrals from n number of routes, keep running that part. So as long as you're doing that, you are always having chances of getting selected. Doesn't matter what goes in the market. Okay, this is how it is. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, next. Somebody saying, can you take a session on job hunting for this recession time? Earlier, we did a session on job hunting, like I think a few months ago. Okay, and I think the same strategy will work. Okay, there is nothing much different. The same strategy will work. Somewhere it might be on YouTube. Okay, I'll see if link can be there. Okay, fine, fine. Let's see any more questions. We'll just close it in next 2 minutes. Okay, there is another question here. I am a Java developer. I want to learn Angular, but I started and focused first week. Then, because of other tension of work and family, I am unable to learn. What should I do? Okay, देखो भाई, simple है. It's just simple. Okay, we already spoke about all of this thing in the past 3 days. If you really understand, देखो, uncertainties, work pressure, and all that will come. But if you make this Angular learning as your secondary goal of skill upgrade, block a time, and daily at that same time, regardless of what worries or tension is happening in your life, sit and work. Sit, complete the course. If you're saying, no, too much of trouble is there in my life, maybe miss 1 day, maybe miss 2 days, but third day, sit and learn. Someday your tension will come down, right? If it is not happening over weekdays, spend 2 hours extra on weekend, wake up early. And that's what, guys, this tension ke liye morning routine is important. People don't understand the morning routine, having that peace of mind so that you can focus on these other things. It's very essential. Okay? So every day, all the CEOs wake up in the morning, do mindfulness practice to lower down their stress, to grow in their focus. That's where the morning routine is going to benefit. So we already discussed secondary, block your time repeatedly, same day, try to do it. As long as this stress, tension of the family comes down, sit back and work and do the morning routine. And maybe you might not be stable for 1 week. Let's say maybe for 2 weeks. But someday you have to get back to track, right? You cannot be worried with life. Okay? So this is what it is. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, chalo, last question lete hain abhi. Okay, I will change myself for this year with this career transformation session. That's very powerful. Okay, I was not able to concentrate for last 4 to 5 years because of family tensions. Definitely I will make use of these sessions for growing in my career. That is very happy to see this. Okay, so okay, and thank you for all the information. So this is really good. Okay, so for 4 to 5 years struggle was there, but now making a commitment ki kuch karte hai life mein. And it is possible because human beings have capability, you have capability, we just need to apply it properly. Okay, so if you are awakening with this belief ke, let's do something big with life, so let's actually do it, and it will happen, guys. 2023 may grow drastically in your life. Okay, so chalo, thank you everybody for this wonderful week 1. Week 2 onwards, 24-hour mastery, communication, high performance, common topics, and then we will jump into the IT related journey and apply all of this thing. Okay, okay, fine. See you guys Monday. Have a nice peaceful weekend, everyone. Chalo, thank you.